Set up real quick. I had to share the stream real quick. That's why I'm not set up already. It's just been all right. How does that look? Am I good? Am I good, everybody? What's going on? It's your main man, Cowboy Cam here, live with you off the Flex Network and the Cowboy Cam's Facebook page. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Making sure you like and subscribing to the Cowboy Cam page, and also make sure you like and subscribing to the Flex Network. I got the ticker at the bottom of the screen. You can find Flex Network on Twitter and Facebook as well. I want to break down the Dak situation first before I go into the game. And this is exactly. Oh snap! Oh, my bad, Quincy. I seen you commenting. I open up the camera. My bad, Quincy. I seen you comment. Yeah, there we. Oh, it just ain't working with me today, man. It's just not working with me today. But I wanted to break down the Dak Prescott situation first. This was literally the worst of the worst that could happen. And I spoke about this during the offseason. No player wants to go into a season without a contract, and it's just very rare you just see someone on a franchise tag get this kind of injury. A compound fracture on his ankle. It broke through the skin. He had surgery last night. Dak is doing well. They say it's going to be about 4 to 6 months for the recovery rate. I wanted to give it some time. That way I got all the information and was just able to give it to you right away. And so 4 to 6 months, basically, he's done for this. Dak's done for the season. He's done for the season. That's going to be it. And so basically he'll begin negotiations right back in off season. And basically he's back to having to prove himself once again. One of the most durable players in the NFL. Literally been in concussion protocol, come back 2 plays later and scored a touchdown himself. He's never missed a game. And that's what Dak hung his hat on was, I'm going to be there no matter what for the game. I'm going to play my heart out and we'll get wins. And he has the 3rd most wins since he's been in the NFL. And people still try to move the goalpost against Dak. They want to move the goalpost. When he was getting the wins, it was all team oriented. Him and Zeke both. When it was a Zeke and Dak combo to perfection, a well-balanced attack, it was, oh, well, he's not doing it like these other elite quarterbacks are doing it. He's not doing it the way they do it, even though Russell Wilson had the number 1 rushing attack in the NFL just last season. He's not doing it that way. And then when Dak's throwing for the most yardage within 4 yards, passing up Kurt Warner, which Kurt Warner's a Hall of Fame quarterback. People, but it's garbage time. Well, my thing is, we have a historically bad defense, and still yet Dak gave us the chance to win all of these games. People go, well, you should have been 0-4. Well, I could easily say the Cowboys could be 3-1, 4-0. Literally, could be 3-1, 4-0. Just as easy as you can say they could be 0-4. But yeah, people want to move the goalpost. So now Dak Prescott's going to have to come back out and basically reprove himself. People are like, why wouldn't he take the contract offer that the Cowboys presented to him? Which everyone's like, it's a good offer. It's a key word. It's a good offer. It's not a great offer. We just seen Deshaun Watson sign for $39 million. Deshaun Watson, the team that just got their first win on the season. Just got their first win on the season. Deshaun Watson. Yeah, he signed for $39 million. So why would I sign for $35 million? If statistically I'm better than Deshaun Watson. Statistically, Dak Prescott's better than Deshaun Watson. It's not even close. Well, it's kind of close. They're literally right there in the same ballpark. Literally right there in the same. They're the same. Literally, they're the same quarterback. Deshaun Watson just holds the ball a lot longer than Dak does. But that's neither here and there. Here or there. No, Jerry Jones screwed over Dak Prescott, plain and simple. And Stephen A. Smith broke it down perfectly because he said at 32 years old, Tony Romo had one playoff win, signed for what $105 million contract, basically putting him in the top 5 paid at 32 years old. But there was this big commotion about Dak Prescott getting paid his contract, and he has one playoff win. He's a lot younger. He would have 2 playoff wins if our defense just stops somebody. Good Lord. But yeah, I feel like people just look at, oh, well, this is his record. I'm like, well, you're not breaking down the games. If you break down the games, Dak Prescott's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. You break down the games just single-handedly, just breaking down the games. Dak Prescott was on a trajectory rate to break the NFL passing record, which I really believe he probably could have broke it. I see, Isaac, statistically, we should be winning a lot of Super Bowls. Hey, we should. It took us a while to get rid of, I believe, a guy holding us back from winning those Super Bowls in Jason Garrett. And which I got into an argument with a guy today, like, how many more coaches you want to fire? And I was like, well, we only had one coach get fired, and that was Jason Garrett. It was his time. Jason Garrett had overstayed his stay. He should have been gone a long time ago. Chris, Jerry's going to do Dak dirty when it comes to new negotiation guarantees. It's a fact. It's a business. It's a business, and Jerry, got over on Dak. Basically, the worst case scenario for Dak Prescott would have been if he gets injured, and it happened. It's so much to break down because I wanna go on this rant. Like, I want to go on this rant just like lashing out at Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones because this is what they wanted. Like, no matter what, I believe Dak Prescott's going to get his contract, but it won't be for the amount he's worth. It won't be. Dak Prescott had to prove it. Dak Prescott did 2 proven deals. He played his 4th year for $2 million in a contract, which he should have had another deal done in the 3rd year. He should have had a deal done in the 3rd year. But Dak said, all right, y'all want me to prove it? 4th year. Record numbers in the 4th year. Record numbers in the 4th year. Like, he proved himself. But then we go, oh, do it again. We want it one more time. Prove yourself one more time. And he's playing on the franchise tag, and so Dak doesn't know what's going to happen after this. Dak could walk. Like, Dak could hit the free agent market. The Cowboys could franchise tag him again. He could get a contract offer from the Cowboys. He just doesn't know what's going to happen after this. It's fucked up. Excuse my French, but it's fucked up. And y'all feel, a lot of y'all feel the same way. Alex, I got you, Alex. We won't win a Super Bowl until Jerry is gone. I swear it seems that way. I've never been the guy on that. I've never been the guy to be on that boat. I always find it weird when people say, we won't win a Super Bowl until Jerry's gone. But it seems that way. Like, it's just like, man, what a season. And so that's all I got for Dak Prescott. He is out of surgery. He is doing healthy. He's doing fine. Tristan Hill is also out for the season, torn ACL. He tore his ACL trying to hold up Daniel Jones, and it's just another blow. It's just another blow to the defense. It's like, man, there's injuries all over the NFL. It makes you say, man, without the proper offseason, we probably shouldn't have had a season because we all knew. A lot of us already talked about this. We all knew that injuries were going to be part of the season. And so, yeah, Tristan Hill will be he's done for the season. Torn ACL, I believe, in the right leg. Chris, I got you. Fitzmagic, Bortles, Cousins all got deals before Dak. They weren't asking for the same amount as Dak, but they didn't produce nowhere near like Dak. And that is perfectly put. That is perfectly put. Yeah, a lot of quarterbacks who got deals, signed deals that were fair to their market. Like Wentz and Goff, their deals were extensions. They were first round draft picks already making bank. Then they signed extensions, making bank. So they're able to extend that money out. And so with that not being a first round draft pick, being a fourth round draft pick, he wasn't making much. So Jerry, you're out here playing with a team with your quarterback having a rookie contract. Now you're not paying him much. You should have signed him the third year. Wentz and Goff and them got to, sign their deals third year, going into the fourth, fifth year and all that. Jerry, you didn't have that luxury with that. You should have got that deal done within the third year or the fourth year. It should have never come down to this. Never. I got you, Cliff. Jerry has a history of signing injured players: LVE, Jalen, Sean Lee, Romo, Allen, Hearns, Gerald McCoy, D. Ware. Why not Dak? That's the real question. That is the perfect question. That is the perfect question. Yeah, when Romo signed his contract, he had an injury history. When Romo signed that deal when he was 32 years old, he had an injury history. And so, I feel like Dak will get paid, but I feel like it's going to be on Jerry Jones's terms. And as a player, that's never where you want to be, where you're not in control of your contract, basically. The owner's in control. And I feel like a lot of fans forget that. The player is an independent contractor. I set the terms to the contract, and we negotiate. And a lot of fans are like, oh, well, Dak should have just signed whatever's on the table. First off, you never sign the first deal that's offered to you. No, you never do that. You negotiate. It's a part of negotiations. You negotiate your contract. You're the contractor. It is your money. All right, it's your money. They're paying you for your services. And a lot of fans just forget that because they're so team oriented, team friendly. Fans are like, oh, sign what we want. Sign what we want. No, that's not how the NFL works. Trent, what's going on with you, baby? So everyone's saying that Dak isn't worth the money. We're about to see how many 30-plus point games we have this season. Dak's value will be proven by his absence. Boy, that is facts. Trent dropping the facts, baby. And this is for the Dalton fans out there. Oh, we can win just as much with Andy Dalton. Oh, Andy Dalton's better than Dak. We're about to see. Because once again, I'm gonna break down the game for you. This defense still allowed over 20 points to a team that doesn't really score touchdowns. I'm going to repeat that. We allowed over 20 points to a team that doesn't score touchdowns. And yes, we had a pick six early in the game. We still allowed over 20 points to a team that doesn't score touchdowns. Dalton's going to have to ball, all right? Andy Dalton's going to have to ball. This is when you see the importance of Dak Prescott. Because a lot of people go, oh, it's garbage time stats. If it was garbage time stats, wouldn't every quarterback do this? Wouldn't every quarterback put up the numbers that Dak Prescott puts up? Wouldn't that happen? Wouldn't that happen? Like, wouldn't every quarterback – think about it. Wouldn't every quarterback do that if you're down 2 scores, 3 scores? Because we see teams get down two scores, 3 scores. But you don't see quarterbacks putting up the numbers that Dak Prescott puts up. You don't see it. You don't, because it's the whole garbage time thing is a myth. It's a myth. It's a myth. Because Dak Prescott's given us a chance to win every single game with one more defensive stop. This has been Dak. This is what Dak does in his career. I just gotta say this. The playoff game against Green Bay, we were down. We were down 3 touchdowns. And Dak came back and tied the game. With 20 seconds left on the clock, came back and tied the game. And our defense couldn't get a stop, and Rodgers got in field goal range and won the game. And that's just been the narrative of this season. Dak comes back, gives us the lead. Our defense can't get a stop. We lose the game. And so that's been this. That's the whole the garbage time thing. I don't understand. Cliff, note we will go back to being run heavy. We better be. We better be run heavy. Zeke, $90 million man. What's up? I'm gonna need you to be the $90 million man. Zeke, I'm gonna need you to carry the load. And I heard Dan Orlovsky say Zeke's never seen the Cowboys without Dak. Amari Cooper's never seen the Dallas Cowboys without Dak. CeeDee Lamb never seen the Dallas Cowboys without Dak. This is a whole new world, basically, that a lot of these Cowboy players are about to witness with Dak Prescott being gone in that leadership. We just talked about Cam getting away. No, I don't think you can sign Cam Newton to just necessarily Dallas. I don't see that. Plus, we already had signed Andy Dalton, in which Cam is a starter. Cam's a starter. Andy Dalton, I think Andy Dalton's literally coming to Dallas like, this is perfect. I'm home. I'm close to. He's from Houston, Katy, Texas. So he's like, I'm closer to home. It's a perfect place for me to be. I can be on the bench, be the backup, things like that. Andy Dalton played it safe because Andy Dalton could have went to go be a starter. Andy Dalton could have signed to go be a starter, and he chose to be a backup quarterback in Dallas, which nothing wrong with that. Ishmael, you always talk about stats. Romo has stats. Dak has stats. What does stats do for you? Nothing. Statistics can sometimes tell a story of what goes on with the team. Yes, Tony Romo has stats, but there's also a lot of times where necessarily Tony Romo didn't show up, or our defense let us down. Like there's several things that go into statistical category, statistical breakdown. That's why I say you have to watch film. You have to watch the game to understand the statistics. And so yes, stats are everything. Like not everything, but they mean something. They mean something because once again, if Dak's stats didn't matter, everybody would be doing what Dak Prescott does, and you don't see that. Cliff, offense will go through Zeke now. They won't put it on Dalton. If that was the case, he would still be in Cincinnati. Bingo. For those, once again, for you Dalton lovers, as you see, the Cincinnati Bengals literally just the only thing that changed about their offense was a rookie quarterback, and as you see, they got something there. They got something. So that gives me all the information I need to know about Andy Dalton and where the Cincinnati Bengals wanted to move off of Dalton. And so I got faith in Dalton. And I'll break down the game here soon. Got faith in Dalton, but I'm not sure necessarily what to expect from Dalton. Good stats equals 0 Super Bowls, 25 years. See, Ishmael, now that's false because Romo was only here for a short period. Romo wasn't here for, 20 years? Romo wasn't here for 20 years. There were several other – see, you don't understand the history of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not going to go through that with you. You don't understand the history of the Dallas Cowboys quarterbacks. So, no, good stats don't equal 0 Super Bowls. That is – I don't know what you're trying to say there. Chris, only downside is if Andy Dalton shows out and they start winning, well, they won't give Dak his due diligence and watch the whole dynamic of the Cowboys game be off of, along with the game scheme of the offense. No, I just believe they're going to run the ball more. They're going to run. You just have to run the ball more, and Andy Dalton just has to play his role, play his part, and ball out. He has to. But that's just what's going to be the narrative. Now, the Cowboys do have the second easiest remaining schedule. And so all Dalton has to do is just get to the playoffs. That's it, Dalton. Just win the games you're supposed to win and get to the playoffs. Dak still has a great argument on why he should be paid. This does nothing. This doesn't really. It won't really fully affect Dak Prescott. Trent, we need to be team tank now. Even with the healthy Dak, our team isn't doing anything with this defense anyway. Give me a top 5 pick this upcoming draft instead of going 7 or 9 and picking between 13 and 18. We need much. We need so much help, and the draft is the best way to address it. Oh, Trent, I see what you're saying because, Penn State has a middle linebacker. I forget his name off the top of my head. Penn State has a great middle linebacker that I believe he would be a great addition to the Dallas Cowboys. But we also have a lot of money tied into our defense. People just don't believe that. People are like, oh, if we pay Dak, how are we going to sign a defense and da-da-da? Well, we have a lot of money tied up into our defense. Do not be fooled by that. Do not be fooled. We have some defensive players who are paid. Tyler Crawford. And so they will be freeing up money. And so basically we might be able to address some needs in the upcoming free agency. So I'm not necessarily team tank just because a few of our needs can be addressed in free agency and also still in the draft. A lot of young guys are coming in ready to play. And so I'm not going to panic just yet. Y'all had good stats with other quarterbacks. I know Romo wasn't quarterback for 20 years, bro. Come on now. We didn't have good stats with other quarterbacks. That's the thing. Yeah, that's these damn Giants fans. But I want to break down the game for you. Cowboys pull out the win, 37-34. A lot of people praising Andy Dalton in that last drive. But I want to kind of break down what happened before that last drive. Yeah, Andy Dalton, you know what I'm talking about, the fumble on like the 17-yard line, giving the Giants a touchdown to tie the game. We should have never been in that situation once again. We should have never been in that situation to have to go do a game-winning drive. But kudos to you, Andy Dalton, on pulling it off. Getting us in field goal range, hitting Gallup and getting us in field goal range to pull off the win. If the fumble doesn't happen, I don't believe that the game's even like I don't think it's that close, but it happened. Cliff, the defense showed potential when Dak went down, but why does it take for tragedy for them to step up? Give up field goals and not touchdowns in the second half proves we could have been doing that all season. You're right, Cliff. You're right. That's what I said. The whole season literally has gone. We get down, Dak pulls us out. When we need a field goal instead of a touchdown, we give up a touchdown. We give up a touchdown. Like that's been the narrative of the defense. Like that's been the narrative. And so I want to say good job defense because we got a strip sack fumble on Daniel Jones, recovered it for a touchdown. So we scored 7 points on defense, damn it. Good job. But there are still scenarios where once again, I need people to understand this. The Giants hadn't scored in 8 quarters. 8 quarters. They hadn't scored a touchdown in 8 quarters. And they came into Dallas and I think they scored right away. We should be very worried about our defense. I know we won the game, but minus Dak's pick 6, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 27 points there. We gave up 27 points to the Giants. We gave up 27 points to the Giants, a team that has one of the worst scoring offenses in the NFL. So we had and that was my worst fear. Us get the win and people go, oh, we're going to be all right. No, we're not going to be all right. And Trent hit on it perfectly. We got a lot of holes. We got a lot of holes in our defense that need to be addressed, And you're right, Cliff. Why does it take a tragedy for these fools to wake up, and ball out? Like, Isaac, you're right. Our defense is our defense is really bad. Our defense is really bad. And I love that we signed Andy Dalton because the Andy Dalton signing reminded me of when we signed John Kitna. Like everyone's like, ew, John Kitna from the Bengals and the Lions. I was like, hey, John Kitna balled. Like John Kitna was balling. All right, John Kitna could make things shake. Just how I believe Andy Dalton can make some things shake. I'm glad that Andy Dalton's here. But with this defense, how much can Andy Dalton do? Like, yes, we're going to be run heavy, but if you're run heavy, it means nothing. It means nothing if you're not getting stops on defense. It means nothing at all. It means nothing. And so I see a lot of people say, oh, and this is for the people that saying tank for Trevor Lawrence. What does signing a quarterback do for me? What does signing a quarterback do for the Dallas Cowboys? Absolutely nothing. Because our defense, Cameron Shed, trash ass defense. I was going on some of my former agent right there, tank the season. Like, I've seen a lot of people say tank for Trevor, does nothing for the Cowboys. Does nothing. No, we don't. As a person who, as a Cowboy fan, but a person who understands football, Dak's your answer. Dak's your answer. But you gotta shore up this defense. You have to. You gotta shore up. You gotta shore up this defense. And so, a lot of guys are gonna have to step up. We're getting healthy. I hate that we lost Tristan Hill, but we still have Neville Gallimore, who's playing very, very valuable downs for the Dallas Cowboys. Our rookie nose tackle from Oklahoma. He's playing good downs. I like what I see from him on the field. We got a few more weeks. We got to just take care of business. We got the Cardinals next, and Kyler Murray hasn't been playing as well recently, but it's the Dallas Cowboys defense. And Kyler, we got a mobile quarterback coming to town who's going to be super excited to be playing basically one of the worst defenses in the NFL. Because I believe Kyler Murray threw 2 interceptions just this past week against the Jets. The Jets threw 2 interceptions against the Jets. But the Jets have a better defense than us. And so we got Kyler Murray coming to town, and I don't like the idea of Jalen Smith having to chase Kyler Murray sideline to sideline. Jalen Smith had a good game. This past Sunday. But can he continue to have good games? Can he continue? The Giants didn't pick on Jalen Smith as much as the past 4 teams have done. Like everyone, a lot of people know Jalen Smith is one of your weak points on your Dallas Cowboys defense. He's one of the guys you can attack. And Isaac here, about time. Jalen Smith had a good game, yeah. But Jalen Smith is also one of the guys you can attack. And I gotta apologize. I've been one of the people to call out Dontari Poe. And now that I watched film from the past 2 games, they run away from Dontari Poe. So it negates what Dontari Poe does well when you run away from him. When you pick on somebody else on the defensive line to run at, like Tyron Crawford. Sorry, I just got to be real with you, Tyron Crawford. They're gonna run at you, dog. You should know the run's gonna come your way, or any other defensive tackle that's in the game. They're gonna run at you. They run away from Dontari Poe, and that's over the past 4 games. I've seen the film. They run away from Dontari Poe, in which that's basic football 101. Run away from the best defensive tackle. That's what you do. And so the Cardinals come to town, and they're going to do their best to pick on Jalen Smith. I'm telling you that right now. Let me get to a few of these comments. Malik, thank you for tuning in. Coordinator is trash. Maybe. I'm still like, maybe. High maybe, though. It's a real high maybe. Cliff, Dalton is a Band-Aid through, not a replacement by any means. Nick Foles 2.0. It could be. If our defense wasn't so bad, guys, I'd be going crazy right now that we had Andy Dalton in the game. Like, I'd be going crazy. I'd be like, hell yeah, we're gonna make the playoffs with Andy Dalton. Hell yeah, we'll be all right, because this is the offense that Andy Dalton ran. The three wide receivers, tight end, not tight end, but 3 wide receivers, 1 running back in the backfield. This is the offense that Andy Dalton ran. So he's comfortable. But our defense is just so bad. I don't know if we get behind like we normally do, I don't know if Andy Dalton can overcome that. Our defense has given up touchdowns on 3 trick plays in the last 2 games. Would have been 4 if the Giants didn't get the fake field goal called back. Our defense has given up elementary plays for touchdowns. That's what I'm like. I don't want to I don't want to just, excuse my French once again, just shit on our defense. But you're right, Trent. Like, if you have a trick play, run it against the Dallas Cowboys. If you got a trick play, run it against the Dallas Cowboys. I guarantee it'll work. I guarantee it'll work. Guaranteed it'll work. That's all you got to do. Run your trick plays against the Dallas Cowboys. It'll work. If Cameron Fleming just sits still, hell, they would have had a touchdown, guys. Like, we got really, you got to understand, we got really lucky this game. We got lucky. We didn't necessarily just beat the Giants. There was a lot of luck that went into that game. Just being real with y'all. Shed here. I feel like we have some of the best athletes on the O side. We really just need defensive ends and safeties. We need our defensive ends to play better. We need our linebackers to get better, and we need our corners. No, our corners are fine. You're right. We need our safeties to be better. You're right, Shed. Yep. Dak will be back next season. So yes, just build your defense. Get Dak, sign Dak to his contract. Build up your defense, and we'll be fine. Monday Night Football is going. What's going on, Snow? Monday Night Football is going to be a long night for us to decide the Week 5 winner. Once again, it comes down to the wire. Make sure y'all tune in on the Wednesday night show where we do our weekly predictions and stuff like that. So Monday night, it comes down to who's going to win. Isaac here. Lucky people decided to start showing up. Facts. And I just hate that it took for Dak Prescott to get hurt for people to start playing with that fire. Like, you can see it. We're giving up scores, but our defense played with a different kind of fire, you know. And so I'm proud. I'm proud of us getting a win. We just got to be better. We can make the playoffs. Dalton, just get us to the playoffs, dude. Because anything can happen in the playoffs. You know, anything can happen. Dalton, just get us to the playoffs. I know you should be a starting quarterback somewhere, Andy Dalton. And this is me and Andy Dalton talking here. I know you should be a starting quarterback somewhere, New England, because New England had brought Andy Dalton in for a meeting. I'm telling y'all, Andy Dalton wanted to be a backup quarterback. I'm trying to tell y'all this. Andy Dalton's like, I just want to be a backup. I'm cool with it. And so, Dalton, do what you can. Get us to the playoffs. Zeke, it's on you. It's on you. It's on you. It's on you, Zeke. Offensive line, it's on y'all. Which I believe one guy got to call out, Terrence Steele. Terrence Steele. You're a really good run blocker. Terrence Steele's a really good run blocker. Yeah, Terrence Steele is a really good run blocker. Cliff, I don't know if you're still watching. We might be on to something. We might be on to something with Terrence Steele. I don't like him pass protecting, but damn it, he was moving people. Terrence Steele can move people in the run game, him and Zach Martin. So yeah, Zeke, it's on you, dog. You got to run this ball. Dalton, protect the ball, get the ball to receivers and let them work. Dallas Cowboys, we should be all right. But prayers up. Got my Dak shirt on. Prayers up to number 4. With all that he's been through, dog. They have to do this. They have to do it for him. They got to do it for him. They got a ball for him. They got a ball for him, plain and simple. Thank Gallup for being the man. Without his catches, we lose. He came in clutch. Facts. Gallup came in clutch. And also, this is something for some of the people out there that were like, where's Amari Cooper? Where's Amari Cooper? Well, the Giants have, I think his name is James Bradbury. Really good corner. They were like shading to Amari Cooper's side. So you didn't have to force the ball to Amari Cooper. That is the perfection of the Dallas Cowboys offense. Amari Cooper had 13 catches last week. 13 of them had 13 catches last week. We didn't have to force the ball to Amari Cooper. We didn't have to. And you didn't have to force the ball to Michael Gallup either until that last drive. Just don't Gallup the ball. He's single covered. Just give him the ball. Exactly. Like this is the way your offense should work. You know, this is the way the offense should work. CeeDee Lamb was killing this dude one-on-one all week, the whole game, killing him. boom, boom. CD could did whatever he wanted to do. You know, CD did whatever he wanted to do. You don't have to force the ball to Amari Cooper. You don't have to force the ball to Michael Gallup. Just feed the guy who's open. Cliff, I haven't watched film this week, but why is Cooper still disappearing from games? I know it's some of our most needy moments. Sometimes he is not even on the field. Well, damn, I just kind of went over that. All of our biggest runs came from Steele side. I noticed that. Yes. But yeah, no. Amari Cooper is still banged up. Amari Cooper is still top 5 in receiving yards, banged up. Like he's beat up. But yeah, it's just a fact. We don't have to force the ball to Amari Cooper anymore. You don't have to. You know, and so shout out to Gallup. I hope Gallup stays in Dallas, damn it. Let's get him signed as well. But yeah, Terrence Steele is a damn good run blocker. And so that might be the highlight. That might be one of our highlights, moving forward, that Zeke can run the ball to the right side. Yeah. And so that's been all my time. Man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hey, Isaac, number 88, baby. 88, number 88, baby. Hey, I love him. And a lot of y'all tuned in with me for draft night when I was live doing the draft. And I was like, CD falling. And then when CD was there, I said, we taking CD. And so, yeah, a lot of y'all been riding me since day one. And I'm so glad to see how far we've come with this. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Man, I was not planning on going 36 minutes at all. And y'all still been here the whole time. And I just dig that. And shout out to y'all. Y'all stay blessed out there. Stay safe. Make sure, you're wearing your face covering and all that. Follow this COVID protocols and all that good stuff. But that's been all my time. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the Flex Network and the Cowboy Cam page. Make sure you share this video with all your friends, all your Facebook friends. Make sure you share the videos, like the video, and all that good stuff. This goes out to all the Dak haters out there making fun of Dak. Y'all know what I want to do. But yeah, that's been all my time. I love all y'all. Peace.